The International Criminal Court said he'd seek arrest warrants for the leader of Hamas, an organization backed by Iran.
But the chief prosecutor also said he'd seek a warrant for Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. NBC's Raf Sanchez has more from Tel Aviv.
This was a day Israel's government has been dreading for weeks, and now it has arrived. The chief prosecutor of the International Criminal Court announcing he is seeking the arrest of Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, Israeli Defense Minister Yoav Gallant, as well as the top 3 leaders of Hamas's military and political wings. In terms of the Israeli allegations, the prosecutor is saying Israel's government deliberately choked off food supplies to the Gaza Strip, causing starvation. That is something the UN says we are seeing in the north of Gaza right now. The prosecutor also saying that Israeli forces have deliberately targeted civilians over the course of the war in Gaza. Now, Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's office furiously denouncing this as a blood libel against the only Jewish state, the only democracy in the Middle East. The charges against the 3 Hamas leaders relate to alleged war crimes committed on October 7th and beyond, including murder, including torture, rape, and hostage taking. Now, Hamas denying that it committed any of the atrocities it is accused of. In terms of the legal proceedings from here, a 3-judge panel at the International Criminal Court will decide whether or not to approve the prosecutor's request for these global arrest warrants. If they do, Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu joins a club alongside Vladimir Putin of Russia of world leaders formally accused of crimes against humanity. Now, it is very unlikely that Netanyahu would be arrested immediately. Israel, like the United States, is not a signatory to the International Criminal Court, but he could, in theory, face arrest if he traveled to any of the 124 countries that are signed up to that court, and that includes most of Europe. Now, that is not a position that Netanyahu wants to be in. We are already, at this point, hearing threats from Republican members of Congress, including Senator Lindsey Graham, to bring sanctions against the International Criminal Court and the prosecutor because of this decision. Back to you.
NBC's Raf Sanchez reporting there from Tel Aviv. The UN endorses the International Criminal Court, but they are separate bodies. Apart from Israel and the U.S., Russia and China also do not accept the court's jurisdiction over war crimes and genocide.